most of the groups, the initial response I heard was solicitation, which is really the reality of the situation. So here is, if your answer was solicitation, here is what I believe the culture of your organization is for fundraising. Now, what's your first name?
Laura.
Maura? Do you remember being in the 8th grade, Maura?
Vaguely.
Vaguely, okay. Was there an 8th grade dance of some sort?
Yes.
There was, okay. So when you went to the 8th grade dance, what did you see? A gym full of people. How were the people situated in the gym? Right? Boys, okay, boys on one side, girls on the other. So you walked into the gym. This was your 8th grade dance. I'm reliving this with you, okay? You walked into the gym and without uttering a word. What's your first name? David. I'm going to have to struggle with that one. David, you grabbed David by the wrist and you yanked him out onto the dance floor. Okay? Didn't utter, did nothing. Nothing came out of your mouth. Okay, nothing. All right? Now, you could have entered the gym, approached David, and said, David, that powder blue tuxedo is spot on. The ruffles, right? I didn't know that dress shoes came in white. Okay, right? David could have looked at you and said that pink taffeta dress offsets the color of your eyes. Your corsage is lovely. What would that have been? Cultivation. David, would you care to dance? That is? Now, in those two versions, version A, version B, which one is more comfortable? B or A? B, right?
8th grade still? Because in 8th grade.
Yeah, for 8th graders.
I have little frame of reference because I was the you make a good friend guy.
Yeah.
And if you're laughing, you did that to somebody. So you know, your organization, if you answered solicitation, is essentially yanking and dancing with people. And how could you expect any different result than what you've got? Okay? So to me, I think as an organization, if your answer is, well, Dave, we solicit for money, because we have to ask for, and you do, I'm not saying don't do that, but if you on balance looked at this and said, we're spending most of our time, the bulk of our time, cultivating and stewarding folks, you're going to raise more money downstream. Okay? A tough spot to be in when I want to flip the light switch and make the lights go on when 95% of my funding is from one source. This takes some time. We often say, you know, fundraising is a marathon, not a sprint. And that's the reality of the situation. If you look at page 10, something I encourage you to look at is to look at these two questions, which is, how are you doing cultivation and how are you doing stewardship? So something for you to think about in terms of how we're enacting these processes, because while I'm going to talk about strategies for asking for money, you can't short the process of how are we building relationships with people, continuing those relationships on. So something for you to be thinking about.